Welcome to the Real Double Dose channel, Flip the Switch series. Rooted in God, powered by RDDC, FDS, HVH, and S&M Elevation. This is where testimonies, travel, and transformation collide. Let's flip the switch and rise together.
David, you won't believe what I was just reading up on for today's episode. It's really stuck with me, you know? Like, it gives me goosebumps just thinking about it, honestly. We're going deep today, really, really deep into the unexplained, something truly chilling.
Ooh, really? Deep? I'm ready for it. Last week's discussion about, the ancient symbols and their power, it made me think a lot. So, what's this new rabbit hole you found, Amara? Something historical or something more chilling, like a true crime that just doesn't make sense?
It's both, actually. It's the Dyaltov pass. Have you heard of it? It's this incredibly bizarre, just deeply unsettling mystery from 1959 in the northern Ural Mountains in Russia. 9 experienced hikers, students really, and went on an expedition, and they never came back alive. It's not just a sad story, though. It's the sheer strangeness of how they were found. You know, it's utterly perplexing.
Dyatlov Pass. I think I've seen a documentary or something about it ages ago, but my memory's hazy, honestly. 9 hikers? All gone? What happened? Was it like an avalanche or a wild animal attack? Something natural but incredibly tragic like that?
That's what you'd expect, right? But no, David. It's so much wilder. When rescue teams found their camp, the tent was cut open from the inside. And most of the hikers, they'd fled, like, into the freezing sub-zero snow, barefoot or in their socks. It's not an avalanche scenario at all. It was like they were utterly terrified, and they ran from something or someone in such a hurry they didn't even dress properly, you know? It's just so bizarre, and that's just the beginning of the horrors.
Okay, so they cut their way out of the tent, ran into the freezing cold, barefoot. That's truly desperate. What could possibly make experienced hikers act like that, Amara? What did the investigators say? Any official explanation for that kind of extreme panic?
Well, initially, they said compelling unknown force, which, is about as vague as it gets. But the autopsies, this is where it gets really dark. Some of them had horrific internal injuries, fractured skulls, broken ribs, but with no external wounds, like they'd been hit by a car, a powerful impact, but there was no car, nothing visible. And one woman, Lyudmila Dubinina, she was missing her tongue, eyes, and part of her lip. Completely vanished. It's just utterly disturbing.
Her tongue and eyes? That's not an accident. That sounds like something predatory or ritualistic almost. Did they find any other footprints around the campsite or any signs of another group being there at all?
No other footprints except for the 9 hikers. And this is wild. Some of their clothing, David, tested positive for high levels of radiation. Radiation in the middle of nowhere. Some theories point to a secret Soviet weapon test. Others suggest, like a Yeti or an infrasound phenomenon creating mass panic. But the mutilations and the radiation, it just doesn't fit neatly into any one explanation. It's a jumble of horrors, really.
Radiation and mutilations with no external wounds. It defies logic almost. It's like something totally beyond our comprehension was at play there. I mean, the idea of a Yeti is fantastical, I agree. But then again, what else could possibly explain such a confluence of bizarre, inexplicable events?
It truly does, David. And it makes you wonder about the thin veil between our reality and something else. Speaking of unsettling mysteries that blend the known with the utterly inexplicable, I want to pivot to a more recent but equally baffling case, Elisa Lam. Have you heard about her disappearance at the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles?
Elisa Lam. I remember that. The hotel with a dark history, right? And she was found in the water tank, wasn't she? That was such a bizarre story. How did she even get up there? And what happened leading up to it? My memory, again, it's not great with details.
Exactly. The Cecil Hotel, known for its grim past, shall we say. Serial killers, suicides, all sorts of darkness. Elisa, a young Canadian student, was staying there in 2013, and she was seen on elevator surveillance footage. And this is the really creepy part, behaving very strangely. She's pressing all the buttons, peeking out, hiding in the corner as if someone is chasing her. And then she seems to be talking to someone or something just out of frame. It's genuinely chilling.
I've seen that video. Yes, yes. It was so unsettling. She looked distressed, almost like she was having some kind of episode. But then she just disappears, right? No one saw her again until her body was found in the hotel's rooftop water tank weeks later. How on earth did she get up there and then inside the tank itself?
Precisely. The tank was really difficult to access. Locked doors, alarms, a heavy lid that would be impossible for one person to close from the inside. And she was found naked in the tank, her clothes floating nearby. The official ruling was accidental drowning due to bipolar disorder. But David, the water pressure in the hotel was affected for days before she was found. Do you know what I mean? Guests complained the water tasted funny. It's too much for a simple accident.
Accidental drowning in a sealed water tank on the roof of a hotel known for, strange occurrences? With a video showing her clearly agitated, as if she's fighting something unseen. That sounds like a cover-up, or at least an incomplete explanation, Amara. The physical impossibility alone of her getting in there and closing it herself, that's hard to believe.
It absolutely is, David. And this is where the paranormal whispers really start to gain traction. People talk about the Cecil Hotel being a dark spot, a nexus for negative energy, or even a portal. There's a theory that the hotel sits on some kind of ley line, attracting misfortune and spirits. And her behavior in that elevator, it's so theatrical, like she's performing for an audience only she can see.
A nexus for negative energy. I've heard those theories before about places having an inherent feel or attracting certain events. But to link it directly to something like Elisa Lam's death, that's a big leap, right? What kind of spirits are we talking about here? Something malevolent?
Well, some say it's the lingering energy from all the suicides and murders that have happened there over decades. Others suggest something more ancient, more sinister, drawing people to their end. It's almost like the hotel itself is a character in these stories, an active participant. Her actions, the way she was found, it echoes these historical, chilling narratives of the hotel, you know? It's like the place had a hold on her. It's truly unsettling.
So you're suggesting it wasn't just a person or a mental health crisis, but the actual place exerting an influence. That's a very different way to look at true crime, where the environment itself is almost sentient in its malice. I mean, it's a terrifying thought if you really think about it.
Precisely, David. And that's what ties these cases together. Despite their very different settings and circumstances, Both the Dyatlov Pass incident and Elisa Lam's death at the Cecil Hotel, they push us beyond conventional explanations. They force us to consider that there might be forces at play we don't understand, whether it's an unknown compelling force in the mountains or a dark nexus in a hotel.
It's true. I mean, my scientific brain, it wants to find a logical explanation for everything. But then you hear these details, the radiation, the internal injuries without impact, the impossible access to the water tank, and you realize some things just don't fit. It's almost like the universe is just teasing us with these glimpses of the truly inexplicable.
Exactly. And that's the beauty and the terror of it, isn't it? These stories, they just resonate so deeply because they tap into our primal fear of the unknown, of things lurking just beyond our perception. But they also, they ignite that spark of curiosity, that desperate need to understand, to piece together the fragments that just refuses to be complete.
And that's why we keep coming back to them, isn't it? As much as they scare us, they also intrigue us. It's like we're trying to solve a puzzle that has pieces missing, or pieces that don't belong in any puzzle we know. It makes us reflect on our own understanding, I think.
Absolutely. It's that shared human experience of grappling with the limits of our knowledge. And that's really what Echoes of the Unsolved is all about. Exploring these enigmas, fostering that empathetic discussion, and just inviting everyone to reflect on what lies beyond the veil. It's not about finding definitive answers, but about, the journey of questions.
This has been the RDDC Flip the Switch series, created by Lexis T. Duran. Center your life on God, power it through RDDC, FDS, HVH, and S&M Elevation. Claim your travel with blessings voucher at www.realdoubledosechannel.com and join the Lex Effect Mastermind at lexeffectcoaching.com. Stay bold, stay blessed, keep flipping the switch.